Kid's got huge upside. He's got big playability. He does whatever the team asks him to do. He totally buys in. He's a no-issue guy who's clear on who he is, which is good because on this kind of team, you can't come in expecting some kind of role that you're not going to get.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the draft. Obviously, we all know the Suns, in my opinion, kind of did a pretty stand-up job this year in the draft, getting guys that they were targeting, addressing some needs, and acquiring a few additional assets that they can use in moves down the road. We'll start with Ryan Dunn, of course. We've talked a lot about him since he went in the first round. But Espo, you have more information on this guy from a very nice place.
Yeah, I caught up with his head coach from college, Tony Bennett, there at Virginia. He was actually on a recruiting trip, called me from the car today and talked to me about Ryan. And he said, kid's got huge upside. He's got big playability. He does whatever the team asks him to do. He totally buys in. He's a no-issue guy who's clear on who he is, which is good because on this kind of team, you can't come in expecting some kind of role that you're not going to get. And he's relentless. He shooting wise, he said, look, his footwork and mechanics are good. He didn't start playing until high school when it came to basketball. He had an injury in a COVID year, which screwed up a lot of that. And he said, this being his full-time job and giving him time to focus on that, he thinks he can vastly improve his shooting, but he says he impacts the offensive game in other great ways with his slashing and offensive rebounding. And when it comes to defense, he said this kid reminds him of DeAndre Hunter, who he coached as well. He said defensively, that's the kind of guy you're getting. He's lively and quick, switches on screens to multiple positions, and his motor is undeniable. He also said, and this is a quote, he's humble but very competitive. He appreciates everyone from teammates to staff. He's beloved by everybody. He's full of energy and life and has a big heart, and the entire program loved him. And he backed this up with a story he told me. He said they very much wanted Ryan Dunn to come to Virginia, but he couldn't make it to the recruiting trip that he was supposed to come to, so they gave the scholarship to another kid who could make it. Dunn and his father called up Tony Bennett and said, look, we believe in you, and my son wants to be there to grow under you. We'll come without a scholarship.
Wow.
That's how much we want to be a part of this program. And he's being recruited by others, and they were impressed by that. Eventually, right around the season, he did get a scholarship and played there, but he was willing to go there, which I think speaks to character and his desire to get better, rather than just going for the most playing time or anything like that offered. He knew what Tony Bennett could do for him, and saw it because of guys like DeAndre Hunter that was previously mentioned. So thanks to Coach Bennett for taking a few minutes to kind of give us that inside look at Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about this guy. It seems like everyone in the chat is also pretty excited about him.